Morning everyone, welcome back to plot 1. Thanks for joining me, really appreciate it. I've got to build some kind of archway or arbour today over the front entrance to the plot, and that's because I want to grow some perennial sweet peas and some Scarlet Emperor beans, climbing beans, over the entrance for this year. And as you can see, this year I'm using some bamboo cane, but I hope that next year I'll be able to replace it with some more permanent natural structures with trees that have fallen, or something I've harvested from sustainable sources, or something I'm growing in the entrance area here. That's one panel made, and I temporarily used cable ties to keep the canes in place and then tied it with very thick string. Yes, I know cable ties are plastic, but as long as I'm careful when I'm taking them off and dispose of them carefully, it's not leaving it in the soil. So this is the bottom end, and we've got 18 inches which will go into the ground, and then the first cross piece is about 2 foot up. That's the basic arbour structure up, or archway, whatever you want to call it, made out of bamboo cane. Everything's tied in more or less. That should keep it upright in the wind. The bottom canes go into the soil 18 inches, so there's no way that's going to fall over, I'm pretty sure. But we'll see once we get the beans growing up. It might be a bit heavier. Next job is to get the climbing beans planted along there and along here. It's been about a week since I've constructed this entranceway for the Scarlet Emperor runner beans. A couple of days after I put the Scarlet runner beans in, the transplants, we had a visitor to the plot, and unfortunately that visitor decided it was a little bit hungry and ate the runner bean transplants. So out of the 9 I planted, I had 2 left. Can you believe it? Let me just show you. So I think I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, which is on the right as you go in, and I forgot to protect him against foxes. So the fox came along and ate the Scarlet Emperor transplants. Oh dear. So that was a laugh. And then on this side I had another 4, I think, and that was along there, and that's been eaten there. But there was 2 that were left here. Oh god. And the 2 that are left, which is that one there and that one there, they've since been eaten by slug damage. But we've got a bit of growth here, look, you see. So you never know. And you can see that I've put some pegs in the ground, some little stakes, bamboo canes, to try and stop the deter the fox from chewing the other 2. So there we go. Got a bit of weeding to do there, guys. I've done the same on this side. I've transplanted a couple of what should we call them? Squash plants. You can see there, in place of the Scarlet Emperors for now, while I grow on some more Scarlet Emperors at home. And I'm going to train the squash up this archway that I've constructed at the entrance. And I've got some perennial sweet peas there that I've just put in for now. Another little squash there, but as you can see, that one's been eaten by slugs. So, oh dear. That's what you get for planting annuals. As you can see here, I've started to dig the pathway as well. That pathway was starting to get the couch grass weeds growing up and lots of other weeds in between. So I thought it was about time, as I've done this entrance, that I prepare this pathway. So the pathway is 6 meters long by about 1.2 meters wide. More or less the same width as these beds. And I've dug that through once yesterday and the day before, in fact. And now I've just got to sort it out a bit, filter out any weeds, glass, plastic that I left behind. Of course, we've got the inevitable load of rubbish that I dug up with it, but never mind. All par for the course. And I'm going to make a trench down the middle of this pathway pile the earth up to the edges, put cardboard down the middle of the trench, and put leaves and wood chip in the middle. I haven't got enough wood chip to do all that today, but I have got enough leaves to at least put on top of some cardboard. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but I've raked down the middle of the pathway to create like a lower swale, and raked the soil up to the edges to match up with the beds on either side. And next job is to get some cardboard, soak it, lay it along the bottom, then go and get some leaves. That's one measly layer of cardboard down in the middle of the path. That's not going to last 5 minutes, or at the most a couple of weeks. That's all the cardboard I got, guys, so that's going to have to do for now. I've got a small tub of leaves which probably won't go down to much, and the main job is to stop that fox from coming and digging it all up, which I think it might do, but if it does, we'll get it on camera tonight, on my wildlife camera. So let's get some leaves down. Everyone knows if you have to do a shot like this where you're walking into the scene, you've got to set your camera up first and then go back and go in. So it seems a bit daft, but here we go, guys. This is some of the leaves I collected in the autumn, and I had them in a container at the back of the plot for a while. So I'm going to go and get a load of these. Right, that's the last of the leaves. Now I'm going to do is rake it out, spread it out a bit. There we are, guys. That's with the logs down the side, it's back where it was. I know what you're thinking. Why are you wasting those lovely leaves? You could be making leaf mould in 2 years' time. Well, that's all I've got to cover the paths at the moment, guys. So I'm going to get plenty more leaves this autumn, partly from the trees on the site, on the plot, and partly from gathering in parks. So I'm not too bothered yet. The main thing is I've got the cardboard down and I've got a layer of rotting leaves, and that's provided a surface to try and block out some of the weeds coming through from underneath. Morning, everyone. Last time I was here, I finished setting out the path with the logs, and I was debating whether to do chamomile and lemon balm down the edges. So for some strange daft reason, I've planted loads of chamomile seeds, or I sowed loads of chamomile seeds. I've got loads left over and I've got to do something with them. So I've decided to put the chamomile down this pathway. Anyway, so I'm going to take the chamomile out the pots and put them in the ground on the berm of the path that I've recently dug. So literally, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a little space between the cardboard and the log, like there, and I'm going to pull that soil apart, which I've already dug, and it should come apart nice and easy, and then I'm going to pop the chamomile transplant into the hole. This one's quite dry. They will need a good watering in. Well, there we are, guys. The chamomile is planted all the way along both sides of the pathway on the berm of each side, with the leaves down the middle. And I've got no idea if they're going to survive or not, but I think for this year, that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys, that's it. That's the end of this project for now. I've got the framework up for the climbing beans. I've dug out this pathway and got rid of all the roots, plastic, glass, an old shoe, very sadly a dead rat. And I've made a trench down the middle, bermed it up on each side, covered it with one layer of cardboard. That's all I had, guys. And whatever I could find for a mulch, which was this tub of leaves at the back of the plot from last autumn. And I've planted chamomile down the sides on the inside of this pathway. Eventually I want to get ground cover across here, so the chamomile's a start. And as I say, I've got some lemon balm at home coming along. I might intersperse that with lemon balm. We'll see how it goes. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining me this time. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. And I'll see you on your channels, no doubt, if you've got them. Cheers, guys. Take care.